How's it sound right now, Huck? If it's sounding pretty good, give me a fist bump, brother. And just the light up right there. Right there might be better. Yeah, that'll work. We are now live. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Take It to the Streets live show, Take It to the Streets morning show, and the Doordash Revolution live. Happy holidays to you and yours for the holiday season. Everybody, please be vigilant of what's going on out here. I talked to Hulk Smash earlier. We had a real good conversation. And just before I jump off into the topic of the day, I think we need to keep an awareness of our surroundings, awareness of our environment. You know, during the holiday season and all of this, sometimes we get too caught up in our phones, too caught up in technology, being distracted by our children doing Christmas shopping and gifts and the returns and all of this. And we're not really paying attention to our environment. We're not paying attention to the nonverbal cues that we need to be proactive in case you got predators out here ready to pursue us as victims, right? And we talked about January that's coming in, okay, where, you know, a lot of returns going to be coming in from people, you know, giving gifts or gifts they didn't want. They want to get the return for it and get something different, right? So it's going to be a whole lot of activity going on. So we need to be aware of that. Hours are darker now because we're in the winter season. So there's a lot of blind spots out there and all of that. We're going to have a lot of inclement weather. And speaking of inclement weather, thank you once again, Nate Dogg, MSU 1980. He shared some video footage with me that he personally took, you know, while he was doing active delivery during the rain. I got caught off in it too, in a lot of areas that was overflooding and all of that. What's up, TFT? What's up? How's everything going? He said he can't watch the vertical live while driving. Catch the replay later. We appreciate you for that. And that's why we have replay, hoping that you'll get the sauce that we bring to you. But I'm going to probably play this. I'm going to play this 1 minute, 33-second clip. You may be able to hear it. I don't know. Let me turn that bad boy up to about 25. We're going to go ahead and tap into that right now, just before we get started into what we really want to talk about with our viewers today. This right here happened in this. Hold on. Let's see. You can barely hear it. See all the water right here? Water across the four-way intersection. They said, why he got to speed up? Because it's hilarious how he did it. Look at that. Is that a person forcing themselves through there? This was during the daytime. Suppose it had been at night. Watch this. See all that water, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Let me do this. Let me bounce out of that right quick. I want to talk about that for a minute, about inclement weather. We need to take these things seriously, ladies and gentlemen. As you see, that was a flood happening in Hernando, Mississippi. Once again, thank Nate Dogg, MSU 1980 for the footage. All right, we appreciate it so much. Suppose they had been at night, ladies and gentlemen. Suppose that water had been, okay, here we go again. Suppose that water had been a whole lot higher. Make sure we're on the right thing here. Suppose that water had been a whole lot higher. Suppose it was this high. Okay, so it's got it where it's playing on its own now. So I'm going to have to do it like that there. Okay, at night, water up like this here, you can't really see. You're thinking that you can ease through there and everything, and next thing you know, you drifted off on the Mississippi River some kind of way. So let's be careful when floodings come and all of that. All money ain't good money. That's right, Hulk Smash. Car will stall out. You can lose control, and the currents can push you off into an area where it could be a river, pond, and all of that. What's up? What's going on, Mike, man? Happy holidays to you. We appreciate you tapping in today. So we want people to be aware when, and I did it 2 years ago when I was doing the March Madness challenge. It was on the March 31st, the very first challenge that I did. And I had a catering order. And I thought I was going to be able to do that last catering order. And it was a tornado in the Mid-South area. It was a tornado in the area. Not too far from doing this catering order. I thought I was going to be able to go in, out of there. They looking at me like, the order not going to be ready in 45 minutes. I'm looking at them like, wait a minute now. We know this activity is coming here, and you telling me it's going to be 45 minutes? One or two things, they didn't want to do the order. They're afraid of what the storm was going to bring, which I don't blame. I would have been like, look, we're not finna do that order, man. Cancel that order, get with Doordash, get them to cancel. We're not doing that order due to inclement weather and all of that. I wound up unsigning that order after waiting 30 minutes. And I was out there, the trees was doing all of that. It's in the live stream on the Doordash March Madness Challenge. And I remember back in the days, you had a lot of content creators, right, that would go out there and they would do edit videos having the viewers think they was actually out there in them storms. They might have started off in it, but I guarantee you they weren't driving through it. So the best thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to encourage you. That's right, Hulk. I went ahead and I unassign that order, because all money ain't good money, and then it's not worth losing your life trying to make $40 extra, $50 extra, or $70 extra. It's not worth your life. And plus two, I'm having the active delivery, having the food with me, and something happened to me. The customer won't even get their food, and then I'm a dead soldier out there, right? So we got to take that into consideration. The winter weather, winter warnings, ice, freezing rain. And he showed the footage on that. I was going to get footage myself, but I didn't get a chance to do it because I was on active delivery, right? So we having trees where the ground is so oversaturated and the ground is real soft. So the trees, they doing this right here. Light poles, they doing this right here. So you got to think about that when you're out there. Life is worth more than an order. You're right, Mike. You're right. It is worth more than that. That's what I'm trying to get drivers to see. And I'm going to do part 2 of the episode that I did yesterday. And I'm going to go on my script first. And then I'm going to show the news footage after I do the script. And you're going to understand why I did it in this order. You're going to understand why I came back with a part 2, because I wasn't able to show the footage, for one. Plus, you only could hear it. I need the viewers to be able to see the video, be able to put the pictures with the story, the faces with the story. It's very imperative. Drivers, we got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. We got to quit being thirsty, trying to dirty stack, dirty multi-app these orders, trying to do them all at the same time. So let me go ahead, to no further ado, we're going to go ahead and tap into this. It's going to take a few seconds because I'm pulling my script up. I should have been doing it while I was talking. But yeah, it's going to take a few minutes as we put it up. And I want to definitely dig back into it. All right, let's go here. Right there in the topic for the day, which is part 2 of the series I did yesterday. For part 1, are food delivery drivers putting your safety at risk? Now, for today's episode, how safe are food delivery drivers? All right, let's go ahead and do this here. Give it a little time. I got this. I'm inside and wow. Really? You want to show out right now? There we go. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into this topic. Join me as I dive in to the controversial world of food delivery and see if these drivers are really putting our safety at risk. Food delivery service has become an essential part of our lives, with millions of people relying on them to get their favorite meals delivered to their customer's doorstep. But have you ever stopped to think about the impact of these services? Are you having on safety? As we increasingly rely on these services, are we unwittingly putting ourselves and others at risk? Let's start with distracted driving, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Tasha. How you doing this evening? We on this safety thing, especially for the holiday season, and how drivers are being careless, negligent, and reckless. Starting with distracted driving. There are so many ways drivers can be distracted, right? Distracted driving is a major concern when it comes to food delivery drivers. With a pressure to deliver orders quickly, many drivers are tempted to check their phones or navigation system while driving, taking their eyes off the road, putting themselves and others in harm's way. According to a recent study, distracted driving is the leading cause of accidents. The leading cause of accidents, ladies and gentlemen. Distracted driving. And with the rise of food delivery service, this problem is only getting worse. Rushing to deliver orders is another major safety issue. Number one, we're talking about distracted driving. Number two, rushing to deliver orders. Those are two major concerns, ladies and gentlemen. With many drivers racing against the clock, the air conditioning sound like it's about to blow up. Racing against the clock to get these orders delivered at an allotted time. They often take risks and put themselves and others at risk. This can include speeding, running red lights, ignoring pedestrian crossings, all of which can have devastating consequences. Furthermore, the sheer volume of food delivery drivers on the road is having a significant impact on traffic safety. With more and more cars on the road, the risk of accidents is increasing, and the likelihood of pedestrian injuries or fatalities also go up. I also want to talk about, before I go to the next paragraph, you got a lot of drivers that's from different countries, don't know all the traffic laws here. New drivers never leave your car running or get a pit bull. Good point, good point, good point, good point. Good point, good point. He made a good point right there. That's something we need to consider, ladies and gentlemen. Never leave your car running. And then he said, "Or get a pet bull." I hope y'all got what he was talking about. I did. So the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of people, a lot of different nationalities and cultures coming into America, not used to the roads. We got areas like Hickory Hood, we call it, to where if you go there, you're liable to be in an automobile accident. Just park in the parking lot. A lot of these drivers, they out here, they act like they deer under headlights, and then they just stop for no reason. That can cause a lot of accidents there. Or they cut in front of you, figuring, okay, I missed the turn, and they that everybody else on the highway as well. So yeah, I want to talk about that. Now, what we need to pay attention to is, in fact, studies have shown that delivery drivers are more likely to be involved in accidents than any other type of drivers. This is a staggering statistics, and one that should give us all a pause. We need to pump the brakes, ladies and gentlemen. Very important to understand, and I'm going to play a video. Not on here, but I'm going to do it on the tablet. I'm going to play a video with an insider edition. And there's 3 parts to this episode I want everyone to pay attention to. So we're going to go ahead and go there right now. I'll be able to show it and be able to play it. And I want you to pay attention to it, and I want you to give your honest opinion, your perspective, your experience. Share it in the comments. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this together. So let me go ahead and go to the Inside Edition where they did an investigation. If it pulled right up, it's going to take a minute. There we go. Do I have to start all over? Because it's trying to make me go on the TV. All right, let's do this here. And I might put it on the TV. Okay, hold on. Let me do this here.
Want the effects of Viagra?
Let me do this here. That's their ad, and let me turn it down because I just might put it on the TV. All right. Once I get everything straight, I'm going to put it on the TV, skip the ad, stop it there, put it on the TV. Let's see, can we get it on the TV?
Time when you order food in is about 35 minutes, but are some drivers feeling the pressure to speed up their deliveries and driving too fast? Stephen Fabian reports.
With apps like Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Doordash, it's easier than ever to get your favorite food delivered to your door. But how safe are some delivery drivers when they're behind the wheel? Watch as this delivery driver slams into a pedestrian trying to cross the road at night. Tiffany Reed was killed almost instantly.
They left her there like a piece of trash, like they just ran over a paper bag and just kept moving.
The driver was 21-year-old Todd Burton. In deposition, Burton said he was logged into multiple delivery apps that night, including Postmates and Doordash. Burton was charged with vehicular homicide, but that didn't stop him from driving.
Between the crash and when he was ultimately incarcerated, he continued to make deliveries.
According to his Doordash pay history, he delivered about 1,000 more orders over the course of a year before he pleaded guilty.
The question is not, do I know who's delivering my food? Do they know who's delivering their food for them?
Tiffany Reed's family is suing Burton, Grubhub, Postmates, and Doordash. They all deny any wrongdoing. Over the past 5 months, the Inside Edition investigative team looked into court records for Doordash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats, and we found over 1,000 civil lawsuits filed since 2016 that alleged delivery drivers using their apps caused accidents. And as the pandemic began and the delivery business boomed, the number of alleged accidents almost doubled from 2019 to 2020. All three companies told us they perform thorough and periodic background checks. Our research shows a third of those lawsuits allege that the driver should never have been behind the wheel, including this driver and
All right, let me stop it right there, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk about the first segment of Insider Edition as they did their investigation. You seen with the first driver, Vehicular, Homicide, doing multi-apping, okay? We got drivers out here that do dirty stacking, dirty multi-apping, okay? You got all your apps on at the same time, okay? This is serious business, people. All your apps on at the same time. All your apps you got to deliver orders off of each app. I done seen a lot of drivers do it here in the Memphis area, Merchant Park area, another plaza over here in the Loop. Okay, they will sit there and catfish for orders until they get a $30 payout here, a $20 payout, a $30 payout. Okay, I'm making $60 to $80 in this plaza here. I'm making customers also wait till I get the right number that I want to get out of this plaza every time. I'm not going nowhere else but to this shopping mall only. Okay, I got all the apps turned on at the same time. We have glitches that goes on these apps, ladies and gentlemen. The GPS itself, navigation, ladies and gentlemen, it glitches as well. So if all of that is happening at once, a whole domino effect happens. You're in the middle of the run traffic where the traffic is just, it's booming, right? It's busy, right? You don't have time to be trying to look at all of these apps, trying to figure out how I'm going to get all of these orders distributed. Once this happens, it hits like an avalanche. So now you're putting yourself in harm's way. Okay, you're putting everybody else in harm's way as well. We need to share the highway with one another. All right, let's see what we got here. Hulk Smash said, Mike, how's your day going today? And then Howard is in the house today. Safety is the individual responsibility. It is. It's our responsibility. You know, don't be so thirsty that you put your life at risk, somebody else's life at risk, or you be going to jail for vehicular homicide or manslaughter. Now, this video footage we're using today is a safety situation, awareness, education, as well as information to provide for newer drivers that are out here on the road. They also are risky. You know, they trying to run and get these orders, trying to move fast as possible. You're almost having a wreck with your fellow delivery drivers in their parking space. Rushing down here to Olive Branch, trying to hurry and go back, trying to make sure drivers don't get the orders before you. You're a thirsty driver, you're a dangerous driver, and you might be the next one on the news. All right, let's go to this next segment right here, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do, I would like to, I can't use the tablet because all that information there, but I'm going to go through and see what everybody's saying in the comments before we go any further. All right. I'm going to acknowledge you in the room. Hulk Smash in the house, TFT in the house, can't watch Vertical Lives while driving and catch the replay later. And he went ahead and responded to him, telling him what's up. Car stall out. Mike is in the house. Appreciate you here today, my brother, as well. Y'all go check his channel out. Viewers that don't know about him, he has a channel as well, content creator. Hulk safety. Now, Hulk was talking about I made the right decision. The right decision he was talking about was what I was talking about earlier when I was doing my March Madness challenge. It was on March 31st, my very first March Madness challenge, and it was tornadic activity. I had a catering order. Okay. I think the payout was like $70. So they wasn't really trying to prepare the food. They had me wait additional 30 minutes. But if they had prepared the food, I would already had the food already gone or still being in harm's way. So I'm 2 or 3 miles away from the tornado that's in the area. Trees going all over the place and everything. Grace of God that we was able to make it safe home. So that's the reason why I don't advise drivers today to go out there and try to do these deliveries. Don't go out there and try to chase these tornadoes. All right. Don't try to do video footage, saying you out there in the storm trying to make $200 and $300 when you know and you just editing and cutting certain parts because you might. Some strange sounds going on out there. I might need to see what's going on. Back to the story. Okay, then you turn around, somebody that's a new content creator don't know better, don't know you edited and you cherry pick certain spots, making it look like you was actually out in it. You might have started before and did some footage a little after, but you didn't actually go through all of that turbulence. Okay, this content creator might be dumb enough to go out there and get in danger, harm's way for real. I was out there doing tornadic activity. I was out there doing the winter storm. It's in my videos, ladies and gentlemen. People was begging Ghost and myself to go home, go home, go home. You don't have to prove to us that y'all get that water like we do up north. We see it. We know how dangerous it is. We don't care if you got the experience, that you've been doing it up north and everything. You in the south doing it. Go home, go home, go home. Barely got a chance to make it to the house. Ghost barely got a chance to make it to the house. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't let your pride and ego get in the way to where it can cost you your life or somebody else's life. I made that mistake a couple of times myself, so I'm also putting myself in the hot seat about it. All right. Life is worth more than an order. Yes, it is. That's from Mike. Good afternoon from Tasha. Glad to have you here. Perfect. I agree. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Run and stop signs. Oh, yes. We get rid. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but there is content creator, well-established content creator. We all know about this content creator. You're going to see them off in this Insider Edition as well. All right. Never leave your car running. Get a pit bull. That's very serious there. And if you know what he means, you got to make sure that you protect yourself. Best way to protect yourself, you got to be proactive. Do you know how to de-escalate a situation? Or will you escalate a situation by your body language, your nonverbal cues and all of that? How aggressive you look, the tone of your voice, talking to a person, or is you talking at a person? See, these things can escalate or de-escalate a situation. All right, let's go ahead. We got here doing great myself, Tasha. Mike, how's your day? Good afternoon. Howard in the house. Can't complain. Mike said can't complain. Safety is the individual responsibility. He is right. We all need to hold ourselves accountable for our responsibilities and be responsible for our accountabilities. So let's go ahead before TV flip the script. We getting ready to go to the second segment of this footage here.
He's charged with killing Sylvia Velasco. a California mother of 4, while under the influence and on a delivery for Uber Eats. Ted Wacker and Michael Kalaki represent the Velasco family who are suing Uber Eats.
There was not only of alcohol in open containers, he appears to have been exceeding 90 miles an hour, and some witnesses put him at over 100 miles an hour as he was approaching the collision.
Wow.
His criminal record or his DMV record, he had 2 prior DUIs.
Burgers pleaded not guilty and is awaiting trial.
It was discovered that this driver had.
Hold on for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Do that guy look familiar to you? Do he look familiar to you? Now, he remind me of a First Amendment auditor. He kind of looked like him. I'm not saying it's him, but he got a 20.
2 DUIs previously. Anna, should he ever have been driving for a delivery service?
No. I don't understand how he even had a license.
Uber Eats told us, as required by California law, they checked back 7 years and his record was clean. Burger's 2 DUIs happened in 2010 and 2012, so they were never flagged. But the question still remains, are drivers coming under pressure to make their deliveries as fast as possible? Industry expert Harry Campbell thinks so.
Bingo, bingo. Hold on. Y'all know who that guy is, right? That's who I was talking about. Now let's hear what Mr. Harry Campbell has to say. He has a channel called The Ride Share Guy. Let's proceed on.
Uber Eats are huge and doing millions of deliveries every single day. If you're a delivery driver and you see a yellow light and you speed through that and you're able to get to the restaurant 2 minutes faster, you can now finish that order quicker and you can start your next job faster and make more money per hour.
Ryan McMahon runs Cambridge Mobile Telematics and has.
All right, let me stop it right there for a second, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to get off into the third segment. This delivery driver had prior DUIs, background check, they said in California, 7 years. A lot of other states is 10 years. Let that soak in for a minute. You got it off the news right there. California at that time are required to do a background check for 7 years. A lot of other states, 10 years. Okay, 2 DUIs prior to that. And was driving and drinking, intoxicated, drunk. You saw the car, the way it looked. You knew they had to use the jaws of life to get that person out of there. And then a mother of 4, not able to raise her children because of a careless, reckless, negligent delivery driver. Let that soak in for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. How many other drivers out here drive under the influence? How many others drive out here not just drinking, puff giving, getting high? Smoking the weed, smoking what other drugs and all of this. They're on the road. Plenty of my customers I done talked about drivers when they get their food. Because I talk to my customers and everything, smelling like weed, smelling like dope. Because we have careless, reckless, negligent drivers who don't care. It should concern us as drivers. It should concern us as customers. Because you sharing the highway with these type of drivers. Suppose this driver make a bad decision coming from Olive Branch, going down Center Hill. What's the other street? I can't call it right now. Real narrow. You trying to pass 3 cars and it's dark. He's impaired. His judgment is impaired. Not making the right judgment. Could have hit another delivery driver in oncoming traffic trying to race to get that order dropped off. Don't want nobody else to get them other deliveries. Don't want somebody else to get them catering orders. Oh, yes, this is facts, ladies and gentlemen. I know who those drivers is that I'm talking about. So think about that. Let's go ahead and go into the part where Harry came in, saying that, they're getting past the yellow lights. They're not just running the yellow lights. Hulk just got through saying it in the comments earlier. They running red lights, stop signs. They'll run through somebody's yard if they think they can get to the place quicker to get an order. We got to stop being thirsty. Because if drivers don't stop, I didn't say all of us do this, but you do have some drivers that's guilty of this here. Don't you know that when we on the highway, we have everybody's life at our hands? Don't you know we need to share the highway, ladies and gentlemen? I talked to a truck driver one time at Taco Bell. I wanted to get that interview, didn't get that interview. That's the reason why sometimes you have to do things on spot right then, because you may not get that chance again. And he sit there and said, look, he said, this is how I look at it. I got everybody's life in my hands. I said, what you mean by that? If I make the wrong decision, don't drive my rig safe, it can jackknife and it can take out life. And I wish I had him here on the episode today so you could hear his story, how many years he's been doing this business, 30 years and all that. So he just about done seen it all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the third segment, final segment, the Insider Edition video right here, which is for safety awareness. Hold on, I'm on the phone. I'm on the air right now. I'm on the air. Okay, then my grandchildren didn't even know they came in. So, situation awareness, safety awareness, and the dangers of other people's lives in your hand when you don't want to share the highway with anybody. Not just delivery drivers only. Delivery drivers are not the only people that make these mistakes. Regular drivers out here on the road make these mistakes. I'm not going to leave them exempt either. Road rage, impatient driver, riding on your bumper, honking the horn, too impatient, cursing at the other driver. I seen right down this street here, driver driving, almost hit a pedestrian. Didn't know the dude he was strapped. Soon as he did that dude, he throw them sights on him. That man almost did gummit, ran that bad boy into a building to keep from getting blasted on. We got to watch our behavior, attitude, and personality, ladies and gentlemen, when we're out in these streets. We dealing with how many tons? I'm not even gonna call the tons of a vehicle now. We losing it. E-bikes. Oh, woo. You're right, Mike. I forgot about them. E-bikes. Hold on for a second. Just a second. Yeah, wave at everybody for a second. Say, come on. They're right here. Say hello. You're right there. Say hello.
Hello.
All right.
Hello. Look at the picture.
Yeah, I got to let you go. Oh, here come the other one. Hey. All right. I got to finish up. I'll be back. Okay. I'll see y'all in a minute. I'm a proud grandfather, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a proud grandfather. Got 2 granddaughters. You see how they sit there and say hello to everybody? When drivers see the arrival time, they should only be a guide to see when to be at a particular spot. But always remember what is going on in real time on the road and concentrate on that instead. I agree with you, brother. That's a great and valid point. Great and valid point, ladies and gentlemen. You see, I'm passionate about this here. I want to be able to see my granddaughter. I just showed you one of them. I want to be able to come home and see my granddaughter. I'm talking to all these reckless drivers. I'm not saying all this like this. Reckless, negligent, reckless, inconsiderate drivers. I want to see my granddaughter when I get off my shift. I don't want them to have to visit me in a box because of a inconsiderate, reckless, I don't care driver. All right, let's go ahead to the third segment of this video here.
Studied how rideshare workers drive. What have you noticed about delivery app drivers?
When they're driving for commercial purpose, it actually be doubled enough risk.
We wanted to see how some delivery app drivers behave behind the wheel. So we went out to
This right here. This right here, pay attention to this. I said something about this 6 months ago, 8 months ago. Pay attention to this.
suburbs of New Jersey and placed some orders. When the drivers picked up the food, we followed them on their route back to the drop-off point where I was waiting.
So my producers were following you. Did you know you were being followed?
No.
We watched this Doordash driver speed along this twisty road and also saw him roll through this stop sign.
Taking these curves fast and tight.
My producers were following you, and they think that you were going about 15 miles per hour over the speed limit.
Okay.
They also saw you going right through a stop sign. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, but I guess it's possible.
Do you feel pressure to go too fast to your deliveries?
I mean, I think it definitely has like a factor because, you know, as soon as you finish an order, you can just get another one. And if you can do it faster and faster, eventually those minutes add up.
This other Doordash.
Let me stop that right there. I don't like his answer because he said he felt like he was being pressured. Stop multi-apping if it's too much of pressure. Stop dirty stacking if it's too much of pressure. Stop dirty multi-apping if it's too much of pressure. Quit trying to drag two different orders on Grubhub, 2 different orders on Uber Eats, 2 different orders on Doordash, coming out of the plaza trying to make $80. If you wasn't doing that, maybe you wouldn't feel like you're pressured. Let's go ahead on, ladies and gentlemen.
Driver also admitted to rushing while on his route.
You were going really fast.
Oh, on the highway. Oh yeah, when I get on the highway, I go a little bit over the limit. Not too much. I try to stay about 10.
But this Uber Eats driver, well, we thought he did great.
Do you always drive safely? And if so, why?
Always. It's not just because of me. It's because of others. I always care about, I mean, nobody wants to have an accident.
This grieving family says food delivery companies may offer a great service, but it shouldn't cost someone's life.
My mom's life was taken over $30 of food.
DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub say their apps do not encourage unsafe driving, that they perform thorough and periodic background checks on all drivers. And DoorDash also says they've started a new program which allows drivers to earn a regular wage without worrying about the number of deliveries they make.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop it right there. What was that new program DoorDash came out with? Do anybody know? It's the one we complain about. No, not Platinum, but the one we complain about. What program is that DoorDash talking about that drivers don't have to feel like they pressured? That's correct, Hulk Smash. Boy, they trying to get in here. That's correct, Hulk Smash. EBT. Where they want you to go to these restaurants and get paid. We was complaining about not getting paid for longer wait times and all of this. Not getting paid for being in traffic too long and then dropping off orders and stuff. They came up with the EBT. When I was doing the EBT, 1 or 2 orders in an hour, hour and a half. Wasn't in no rush, wasn't in no hurry. Safer driving for me. Not trying to race with other drivers. I'm watching drivers racing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to outdo that driver. I'm trying to outdo that driver. I'm trying to get that catering order. That driver don't deserve that catering order. That driver don't need a catering order. All right, I heard a content creator say the other day, the piss poor excuse that they use is this here, that complain about DoorDash. All right, to complain about DoorDash. Talk about, this is what they're talking about, right? When they complaining about DoorDash, you know, the different programs DoorDash come out with. Well, now maybe with the new platinum program, now maybe the best drivers will get the orders like they're supposed to. Give me a definition of what the best driver is supposed to be, or what a good driver is supposed to be. Because in this day episode, we're not talking about the best and good driver today. If you one of these drivers that I'm discussing,
Hello, Moto.
the disturb sign again. I'm back live now. Got interrupted and apologized. Thought I had it on disturb sign. Somehow they broke through. This is a serious episode, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see, can I get it off of here right now? Here right now. All right, let's see, can we get it off of there? Put it there, because that's all we're going to talk about. But this is the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, when I did part one, you know, you heard voices, but you couldn't match the face to the story. Today, you're able to match the face to the story. And did you notice that they were following delivery drivers? Anybody give me the correct, let me close out here. Close the player, get out of the queue. What video and the title of that video that I talked about, customers following drivers. You have up until New Year's Eve night, 12 o'clock, 11:59, to answer this question. Go back into this replay. In the comments, put that answer down there. What video I talked about? Customers following drivers in the parking lot. People thought I was just making this stuff up. It even happened to me. You just heard Inside Edition on their news investigation was following drivers. They was placing orders, following drivers from the pickup location to the drop-off location, and she was having interviews with each one of them drivers. Everybody thought I went cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. See, I told you so, ladies and gentlemen. We got to start being more responsible for what we do out here in these streets. And we need to be paying more attention about our safety and other safety around us as well. I want to leave here. When I leave this place, I want to leave here in one piece, come back in one piece. You saw my granddaughter. You saw at least one of them, but you heard them. They about to break the door down. They want to get with the papa. You see what I'm saying? Much love comes from them, and much love I give to them. I know a lot of you have families as well. You want to be able to come home too. Don't be that driver that won't be able to come back home, whether it's in the grave or whether it's in the jail cell. Grandchildren and all of that, you know, don't deserve that. I might have to cut it down because she getting on them. You know, but yeah, like I said, they love their papa. And I just want to know what the viewers think right now. And I'm going to deal with a few more comments. I'm going to turn the volume down on this here, on my tablet. And let's see how we do this here, because I want to be able to see what's going on. Yeah, we want to disconnect from the device. There you go. Okay, so we are. Okay, that's me right there. Okay, I want to look in the live chat, see if anything else been said. You know, I don't have the most popular videos or the most viral videos, ladies and gentlemen. We do it in the form channel, and we share realistic things, ideas, perspective, experience that will help drivers out here, customers out here. We need to pay attention to what we're doing in the streets. I don't care if that driver makes $700 in one day. I'm not finna chase see can I beat that driver, make money, and lose my life in the process or cost somebody else their life. I don't care how many catering orders that driver get. I'm just happy to the ones God bless me with. I'm not gonna be tailgating on another driver. I'm not gonna try to see can I outbeat that other driver. I'm not gonna see can I steal from that other driver. I'm not gonna be using no bots, no multiple accounts on one platform trying to game the system, thinking I'm more better than the other driver when they deserve to feed their family too. That's where I'm coming from with it today. I keep it real. And somebody been posting on a lot of people's channels. I got the post, I got the news flash, I got the memo. Hashtag new beginning. I wonder who started that. And if they're in the room today, they need to go ahead and put it in there in the comments section today. Who started it there? Hashtag new beginning. All of us make mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. All of us don't always make the right decision. None of us are perfect drivers. Hulk Smash, ladies and gentlemen, started that hashtag new beginning. He got a powerful message behind that vision God gave him. I'm not gonna spoil it for him. I'm gonna let him do the honors when he's ready to do the honors. But I'm on board with it. Hashtag new beginnings. You gotta done went through something in life to know what that means. That means you have a story to tell and a story to share. Maybe you can be able to share it on YouTube for your viewers in your very own way. Don't be a cookie cut clone of some other content creator. Be who you need to be with your story and perspective and experience on how you can share with people and a testimony on why you on that movement for hashtag new beginning. You know, I thank him for that. We looking through the comment section to see what else we can do, and then I'm going to also finish up on my script as well. You know, the ending of the script, and it's sad, and them family members have my condolences, even though that happened a few years back. The pain is still there. You know, they have my condolences. Since I'm on that, I heard that Jackie had lost a family member. I don't really know her, but I heard of her. But she's part of this community. Yeah, my heartfelt condolences. You know, it's not a good thing to lose a family member. It's a hard pill and a bitter pill to swallow. A gig mom, you know, lost her daughter. She had my condolences as well as many others. Hulk Smash, Reese, and many more. Names I may have forgot and haven't mentioned. Don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my head. You have my heartfelt condolences. You know, so that's keeping it real, ladies and gentlemen. So let me go back into having difficulty trying to find this. And it's been a powerful video session today of information, power pack information. Now you see why I wished I had it, and I did it today. You know, and I hope that I represented this information at the best of my ability. You know, but we're gonna go here and go there, relook at everything again. You know, granddaughters, they not camera shy, as you can see. And they'll be able one day, when they want to look up the history of their family tree and they see me here in these YouTube streets, GigTube streets, and learn what type of person I am and be able to see me on TV, you know, social media influencer, you know. So let me go ahead and talk about this here. One particular compelling case study that we just saw, those was case studies of those drivers speeding, losing control, drunk driving, pedestrians being murdered. These case studies and statistics are alarming. It's clear that we need to take action to address these safety concerns. Food delivery companies need to take responsibility for the action of their drivers and implement stricter safety protocol to prevent accidents. You can't really prevent them, you can minimize them. As consumers, we also need to be aware of the risk and demands better from these companies. So what do you think? Are food delivery drivers really putting our safety at risk? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you're interested in learning more about the regulations and surroundings of food delivery services, be sure to put it in the comments below that we can do a proper case study, research, and investigation. And we can bring it in the next up and coming video, but only by popular demand and by popular demand only, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm heartfelt, passionate when I create content like this. You know, and we need to be more mindful how we treat each other. All those neighbors, you don't have to live next door to a person, they be your neighbor. All these drivers in the street is your neighbor. You picking up deliveries and interacting with people, meeting people in and out of doors, they are your neighbors, they're the closest ones to you. We need to get back to building communities again. We need to get back to caring about communities again. That's where we need to be. So, to no further ado, I try not to do my live streams as long as I used to. You know, when you've been long-winded for so long and then age plays a factor, you start learning how to try to take care of your voice more better. Thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. You guys make this show what it is. And like I said, if there's anything you forgot you want to address later, put it in the comments down below. After the replay, review it. You may say, man, I forgot about this to mention this. We're going to mention this and all of that. What Nate did was a good thing. He was out there. He was able to get the footage. Any drivers, if you happen to get footage or whatever, send it to your boy, the Doordash Revolution, the business inquiry phone number right there, and we'll put it on this show. We'll put it on this show. We'll put it in the community post. We'll put it in a short. We'll put it in a long form video. That is part of the new beginning process movement that has already started on page with what my brother Hulk Smash has already been putting on print. So there will be a lot of viewers that want to share this and share that. You want to give it to your boy, we'll put it in the community post, like I said, short form video, long form video. We may even put it in playlists as well. We got more ideas I want to bring. I just don't want to spoil it for everyone yet. So I won't mention it, but it's something to think about. You know, let me go ahead and do this here. And we closing in to the time we gotta hit these streets. Enjoy life because it's short. Learn to inhale and exhale and enjoy the beauty of what God has brought before us and enjoy living life. No further ado, let's get ready and go. Do this here. Peace and blessings be Rev in the chat. Peace and blessings to everyone. Beautiful day, 62 degrees in the city of Memphis, Tennessee. I may do some video footage outside today showing what the winter weather season look like, the beginning of it and all of that. We'll also put it on the videos as well, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of things that we want to do. We're just going to try to surprise you, and we surprise ourselves as well. Notifications kicking in behind notification. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Have a blessed day and be safe in these streets. And we'll see you in the next video.